Hello and welcome to Tennessee Valley this morning on WTM. Be glad you're with us on this middle of the week Wednesday. Joe and Kim Palo with you today. And before we go any further, just remember one thing. Tuesday is Tuesday and Wednesday is Wednesday. Just remember that. Just remember that. Enough said. Tuesday's Tuesday,
and I really
Wednesday's
could give you a hard time about that.
But you
I
shouldn't.
Won't.
Don't.
I mean, I will.
Don't. But yeah. So
I should. It was all his fault.
Everything's my fault.
Well,
Are you kidding me? We've been married, what?
Hello, 3,500 years.
Right.
All my life.
It's only been 3,500 years?
All my life.
Seems like a year more.
Man. That's right.
We were just children when we got married.
We were children.
We were 5.
That's right.
I was 5.
It was an arranged
she was 12.
marriage.
Yeah.
It was his Catholic parents and my Church of God Prophet.
You know how they got to get along.
That was.
Right. But yeah, so it's middle of the week Wednesday. It's going to be, we've got a great show for you. It's going to be a great day. Now, there's conflicting reports. Maybe we'll get some rain. Maybe we'll have a nice day. So I suggest one thing.
Just take an umbrella.
Take an umbrella, leave it in your car.
Right.
If you need it, you got it. If you don't, it's still
Do they
there.
need it right at this moment, Joe?
Right at this moment, they don't need it. They need a jacket, like I need one. But I'm in short sleeves today because I'm anticipating
the 71 degrees.
The 71 degrees as the day wears on.
Still a little chilly. I mean, it was a lot warmer
Chilly
in March.
today, hot tamale. But yes, it is chilly this morning.
35 years of that.
Yeah. I just made that up, too. It just popped in my head. But no, it is chilly, but it's been chilly the last few weeks, like a week.
I know. Almost 2 weeks. I mean, it was really warm. I mean, we got up into the 80s. I mean, high 80s in March. And then all of a sudden, over the weekend, we even put the heat on for just a bit to take the chill out of the house. And I was telling somebody before, the Chihuahuas were like, no.
Yeah, they didn't want to go outside.
No, they were like, it was a lot warmer. What happened?
So, but yeah, it's going to get warm again.
It still feels good.
It does feel good. It's crisp, crispiness in the air.
I like my chicken and my fries.
Right. Although, well. But in any case, so we've got.
Don't be sassy.
We've got a great. I'm not saying a word.
You better not.
We've got a great show for you today, and I'll tell you who our guests are. We have James Dunn II.
We do.
Of Simon J. Productions, a new production company here in town, located in the incubator here at the campus of Cleveland State.
Yes.
We're going to talk to James a little bit about what he does, how he got here, and that type of thing. So he's a great guy, and you'll meet him here shortly. We also have our resident Bradley County historian, Ron Moore, will be with us.
Ron's in the house.
And Ron will talk to us about some history.
And he'll make up what he doesn't know.
He'll make up what he doesn't know is exactly right.
And it's always interesting,
true or not.
It
is interesting. And a lot of people watch on Wednesday just to see Ron and what he's going to say.
We should thank him.
We do, every week.
Yes.
And then we have also Dwight Richardson.
And he's always fun.
And Dwight is very fun. We've known Dwight a very long time.
I don't remember a time that I didn't know Dwight, really.
Yeah.
He's a lot older than I am.
Oh, gosh, he's older than me, too. He's older than both of us
he's
put together.
Put together.
Of course, Dwight, the proprietor of Fenimore's. Which is a florist here in town that does a wonderful job.
Beautiful stuff. If you have not had him to do something for your special someone, you should.
Or occasion.
Right? Because he does really great work. He
does.
Very modern. Very. He's got his own little spin on stuff. Does a great job.
His Dwightism. His
Dwightism.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll have Dwight Richardson on the way as well. So we've got a big show for you. We do thank you for joining us. As I said, get your cup of coffee. If you're getting ready for work right now, don't stop getting ready. Just turn the TV up. Because you don't want to be late.
We'll follow you all through your house.
Yeah, you don't want to be late to work or to school or wherever it may be that you're going.
I know, not too much longer school.
I know. Can you believe it?
I wish it was like that way for work. Don't you wish it was like that we got summers off?
Oh yeah. Shoot, the 2011 school year will be over with. That's just hard to believe.
2012.
Well, 2012.
Graduate.
Yeah, but they're graduating in 12. They went to school, but the senior class was a senior class of 11.
No, it's the class of 12, Joe. We have done this so many times in our marriage, it is not funny. He can't get this. This is like I can't get the ceiling fan.
I can get it. I realize the graduation day is in 12, but 12 just started.
No, it doesn't.
Well, that's because their graduation day is on the 12th.
It is the class of 2012.
But they went to school as their senior year in 11.
Joe, they did like 3 months in both ones, okay? They didn't start until August.
Okay, so the class of 2011 and a half.
No, it's...
So
no matter how much you don't get it, it won't make it so, Joe. It
Kim,
still is the class
let me
of
tell you something.
2012.
Right now, as we speak, there is something going through Congress that is changing the way we see graduations. It may be the class of 2012, but they did go to school in 2011.
Yes, they did, honey, but they ended and they graduated, and therefore it's the class of. It's just like you're the class of 78. I'm 78. 76.
No, you were 74. I was 76. Yeah, I was a bicentennial.
Yes, you were. Man, did you get tired of that? All those of you that can remember that, I mean, it was enough was enough of the bicentennial everything.
But it was exciting during that year. Remember that 1 year, 76 was an exciting year.
Although you went to school in 75.
I did, that's right. I was a senior in 75, into 76, and I graduated when graduation day popped around in 76.
There you go.
So I guess I was a class of 76,
yes,
although
you are.
I like to say 75/76, so 11/12.
You've never said that, boy. Let's go.
There's a first time for everything.
Enough of this silliness.
Right. So we have, like I said, a great show in store for you. We're going to have James Dunn on the way here in just a few when we get back from this commercial break. So please stay tuned.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Have annoying biting and stinging insects taken over your yard? Volunteer Ritapest can get it back. Make your yard a no-fly zone with Mosquito Guard. Volunteer Ritapest will eliminate these annoying pests, and you'll be able to work in your yard, have a pool party, a cookout, allow your children to play outside, or just sit outside and enjoy the evening. Volunteer Ritapest has developed an extremely effective treatment program that treats all shrubs, bushes, trees, and other foliage where mosquitoes and other biting, stinging insects live and breed. This material will not harm your plants or trees and leaves no harmful residue. This treatment program is safe for use around children and pets, but the best part is it's 100% guaranteed. If you are not 100% satisfied, Volunteer Ritapest will retreat for free until you are satisfied, or after 30 days, will cancel their agreement and refund 100% of your money. Give Volunteer Ritapest a call for a free no-obligation estimate. Phone 472-7736.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Get caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Have you ever thought about a career in television broadcast sales? Well, if so, WTMB might just be the place for you.
We're looking for a person that is self-motivated and energetic to join the WTMB family as a broadcast salesperson.
If that sounds like you, give us a call at area code 423-472-8892 or email us at joe@wtmbtv.net or kim@wtmbtv.net. We look forward to hearing from you, and let's get started today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much, and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
Very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Welcome back to Tennessee Valley this morning. Again, Joe and Kim Palo with you. It is Wednesday. Again, thank you for being with us. And we also want to thank James Dunn for being with us. James is with us right now.
James Dunn II.
James Dunn II. James is from Simon J. Productions, and thank you so much for being with us, James.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad to be here. I mean, we just I guess we got together and just started talking last week.
Yeah. We did.
And found out that not only do we have common interests, but common goals, and just really excited. I mean, it's really have made me excited that the contact and the networking that we've done, and I'm just really excited to be here this morning.
Well, I'll tell you what. Those of you that haven't heard of Simon J. Productions, we're going to have James tell us a little bit about it. James came here by way of Virginia, Indiana, and now Tennessee, and tell us.
He doesn't sound like he's around from these parts.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
That's exactly right. Although his grandfather was up Knoxville area many years ago.
And your dad was here, I think you said.
My dad, but see, also my mother's side is from Iowa.
Oh, okay.
But I spent many years. I also spent several years in the military in Korea.
Oh, there you go.
So I've been everywhere. I think it's just kind of a mix, like a little bit of a mutt, a little bit of just everything thrown in. I've not been here long enough to have the accent that I need, but also.
Oh, you'll get it.
Oh, you'll get it.
My wife has actually picked it up.
Yeah.
So she's got but her family is also from the South here.
Okay.
They've actually they're in up around, I guess, Athens or someplace over that way.
Okay.
And so she's actually has one and getting another one, I guess, coming back.
That's right. It comes back very easy. And Joe, he just couldn't believe that because his sister makes fun of him because he vows and declares that he doesn't have it. But he says y'all more than you can imagine. And I giggle a bit.
Well, it's better than saying "use guys."
Right, use guys over there on 33rd Street.
Yeah, 3rd Avenue, 33rd.
3rd Avenue.
Well, James, let's talk about Simon J. Productions. I know you guys do bukus of stuff. I mean, Productions doesn't really just clarify exactly what you do. Tell us about your business, what you do, and how folks might be able to.
Okay.
Yeah, how you got started.
Well, I guess I got started in the military. I started going down to the I guess the little community room. They had a photograph machine, they had a video machine, and I just started kind of taking my own pictures and developing myself, and then I got into the video part of it. And then when I come back to the States, several years later, got married, and then I went out and bought my first camcorder, real camcorder, and started filming just like church plays, athletic groups and stuff, just doing things like putting them together, as a part-time, just a hobby, I guess you would say. And then in 2000, I went back to school at IU actually I went back to computers. I was going to finish my computer degree. And at that time, I went in and started looking at the class list and everything, and started talking to one of the professors, and got interested in communications.
Okay.
And then we started talking back and forth, and I told him what I was interested in, and then we discovered that he had a graft account or some money in the college that he was able to put into production equipment. And so we started up a telecommunications class there. The professor started it, and then I helped out as a lab assistant and as a teacher assistant. And then, in 2006, I graduated from IU. But during that time, I just started picking up more and more, I guess, side jobs as production. And from that, I just started Simon J. Productions. I've traveled probably 30, 40 states. I've also been to Canada. Doing video production, and a large part of it, as my wife laughs at me, has been fitness. Probably 89% is fitness. I say, well, I film it, but I don't always watch it. You sit there and talk a while. I can tell you what's wrong with me. I can tell you what's wrong, but I don't do it.
I got the instructions down. I'm with you. Me and you, we got that together. I got the instructions down. Joe will do it for us.
And so that's how it just kind of started out, and then. Over the past several years, it's just been to the point where, someone would ask, a client would ask, can you do this? And I'm like, no, I can't. But then I would go try to find someplace, and I'm like, well, you know what? That's so high and so expensive. So I started just trying to doing it myself. I started picking up doing duplication, started doing fulfillment. And and then we just started doing the copy part of it, the printing side of it, the graphic design. And so I just self-taught myself everything. I spent hours and hours just learning how to do stuff. Right. I'd get a new program and sit and learn how to do it until I would get on the phone or email and say, I can do that now. Right. We can do that. We do it in house. And so it's just that's how we've progressed to the point where we're just about one-stop shop. I mean,
right, for marketing
yes.
materials and for people to promote themselves or their business, that you can do it all, anyway from video or just printing business cards.
Yes, yes.
So you've really done that, and you're here on campus. Welcome to Cleveland,
Yes,
by the
thank
way.
you,
They
thank
haven't
you.
been here that long, but you have just recently moved into the incubator, I
Yes.
guess, here on campus.
About 6 weeks ago, we moved in. We was looking for a place downtown. Couldn't find anything that we really liked, so we ran into Mike, a friend of ours, and he has a place there, an office there. He had it up until the end of March, and he told us about it. So I went and talked to Hurley about it, and he walked us through, and we just instantly knew this is where we had to be. It just really did. I mean, and so we just started moving everything in there. You know, we was all excited. We laid awake at night talking, you know, because my wife works with me, my wife and I, and so we laid awake thinking, you know, we could do this, we can do that. We have the bay for this because, you know, we do banners, we do signs, yard signs. We also do lettering for cars, so we have a bay there. We have 1,400 square feet that we can pull cars into and letter it up, and so we've done everything like that, and so we were really excited about it. And
no.
Well, no. I'm going to ask a question.
No.
Don't tell me no.
You're not going to ask him if you can put the Miami Dolphins logo on your
I've
truck.
already asked him that. We're doing that next week. But no, and if those of you would like to see some of the quality work that James Dunn and his wife do, a perfect example are the Cleveland State security cars. I
yes,
believe you guys
the cars
did
here
those.
on campus. We did the Academy cars. We also did a security car here. You see some of the banners. There's some banners over at the Benton Bank over in Benton. And we've done some. If some people were at the Green Day here on the campus Saturday, Serendipity. You know, we did her sign. We did the incubator sign. We did the T-shirts they walking around in. They actually I guess they had needed T-shirts. The guy fell through that was doing the T-shirts. They came to us on Friday, said we need these X amount of shirts by Saturday. And so my wife and I stayed until 6 o'clock Saturday morning working on those T-shirts to get them done.
Oh my goodness!
You know,
Good
so
for
22
you.
hours straight. You know, she drove all the way to Nashville, all the way back to get the material to make sure that we had enough to do the shirts. But they walked around Saturday with their shirts.
Oh wow!
We were tired.
This guy will stay up 22 hours.
They'll get it ready for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Customer service. We're big on customer service. I mean, that's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
Is I feel like customer service has really gone to the wayside on a lot of places.
Oh yeah.
But you know, small businesses, if they want to stay in business, they have to get that customer service. You've got to love them and hug them. You know, you got to give them coffee and donuts, and you got to really treat them good. I mean, that's what people want anymore. They don't want the cold shoulder and walk in. You have to go hunt somebody down to help you. You know. That's not what it's about. You know, that's why we do it.
You know, it's one of those things that in a lot of places nowadays, if you're not, you know, way ahead of schedule, then they just can't provide for you. Yeah. And you know, if something happens, I think what's the slogan? Lack of planning on your part does not create emergency on mine.
Exactly.
You know?
I had that on my email. My email signature had that for a while. I was targeting one guy. Hopefully he got the message, but you know, I ran that for a while. You know, in fact, actually, that may still be my Facebook slogan because you have one guy that his lack of planning. Yes,
on yours, but you know, things do come up and things do happen.
Yes, and you understand
so when
that.
happens, right? When it happens all the time, you know, it's not really things going wrong. When you've heard we had a guy one time that had, I mean, everybody that we knew and he knew or somebody had been sick. Every excuse. I mean, he was better at it than I am. So when somebody's better than I am, it's pretty good.
Well, the thing about customer service, I guess, is part of that is the turnaround time. So if somebody gets with you early enough, or not even early enough, as we just saw a day before, but you would like to have it done before then, you are going to be able to get them what they need in a quality amount of time. It's not going to take forever like some places might.
And also, too, when we have to rush like that, I feel like some of the quality of what we can offer them, it kind of goes out the door. So I always hope, you know, when we do that quick job turnaround, they don't base that on that.
Right.
You know, because that's not always what the work we would put out.
Right.
And I tell them, too, you know, hey, you know, this may not be what you want, but I'll get you out of your fix, your jam, so appreciate it.
That's right.
Now, let's kind of talk here. Now, you talk about you do video productions, which includes, I guess, commercials,
fitness videos, training corporate videos, training, you know, straight to web videos. Some people don't want, you know, we've had one guy went and filmed in Chicago. He didn't want DVDs of it.
Okay.
He just wanted it to put on his website, you know, just him speaking, him instructing. So it's stuff like that. But a big portion of it, like I said, has been 80 to 90% of the business over the past several years has been fitness videos. These guys
There
are
you
coaches and trainers. I mean, one guy's a coach, a strength coach for the Pacers. Another guy's a strength coach for the Red Sox. One guy works with the Colts. Another guy, he's worked with NASCAR drivers.
Right.
It's a little bit. I mean, they're out there. I mean, these guys are there, and
it's big business now. I'm telling you.
Oh, it is. They spend money.
Yeah.
These guys that spend money like you would imagine.
Like we wouldn't believe.
And you want to market somebody, market the fitness guys.
Right,
they love,
and it's because
they
they want what they
themselves.
want.
Well, they have to educate themselves.
Yeah.
They come with the continuing education units. They have to have so many per year to continue to be licensed. So they will spend the money. And I've seen these guys come to these seminars and drop down $1,000, $2,000 to buy what they have to have for their business. And that's how you have to do it. You have to invest. You have to invest in your business, and you have to not only in money, but information. Train yourself and stay current on everything. I mean, if I sit and never stay current on what I use in my business, I wouldn't know what's going on tomorrow.
Right, and you're a computer guy as well, so
Yes.
he's got a great computer background when we were talking last week, and so he also does great web design. For people, and for those of us that don't talk the language, you can babysit us through some things if you know.
And I know that. I sometimes forget that. I will start talking and forget, something I take for granted that I do every day. Other people don't know that, so I have to slow down. My wife gets on me and says, you got to slow down and explain it. She said, explain it to me. I do it to her a lot, I think, she's been with me 17 years. She ought to know.
I know.
Learn it,
That's right. You ought to know there, Joe.
I just start charging her for her lessons,
That's right. That's right. You don't give this stuff away for free.
She's probably watching now. I'm probably in trouble.
No breakfast for you.
Well, she can't charge me for cooking because I do a lot of cooking at the house.
See, there you go.
Good for you.
The cleaning clothes.
See, Joe, take a lesson.
Well, that's what I'm saying here. I'm taking a lesson from the video production part first. We'll go with that. But now you do, as Kim said, you do website design as well. So if someone has a website they want revamped, redone, upgraded, or if you need one from scratch up, you're the guy.
Yes, and I've really, over the past 4 years, I've really started beginning to push people towards WordPress, or some kind of content management system, because of blogging is real big. I mean, blogging, getting your information out there, doing the consistent, either daily or weekly blogging, like and integrate that with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Networking is the way to go with that.
Social media is just huge,
big,
and for those people that are Joe and I's age and mostly we're right there at that whole deer in the headlights look that you're like, we know just enough to go, we know it's important, but we don't know how to get it done. Well, this is your guy. He can help you with your social media because it's so important in business now. I mean, it's just, you can't really hardly be without it.
You can't.
Website.
If you don't have Facebook, if people don't know how to like you, then you're just, just
Facebook, I just was reading an article today that Facebook spent over half a billion dollars buying 650 patents from Microsoft. So Facebook knows there's some money in that. There's something in there.
Absolutely.
So they know that that's the way everyone's going. I mean, you even see it in movies now. Everybody talks about a Facebook or a Twitter. Or, you see it on their computer. So that and Google. I mean, so that's the way it's going. It's kind of the norm now.
Right.
If you don't know about it, it used to be what I know. I was a geek. Now, if you don't know about it, you're the geek.
Right. Exactly.
You're just an idiot.
Well, now, if somebody watching, James, would like to get in touch with you to find out more about Simon J. Productions, or they need something produced, or they need a banner, or they need T-shirts, whatever, website, phone number, what would they need to do?
Website, simonjp.biz. Video production will be simonjproductions.com. And then we're at the incubator here at 3505 Atkinson Drive, Suite 108. They would come in here and there, and we're there just about every day, sometimes nights.
All night long sometimes.
I'm a night owl, morning owl,
there you go.
a hoot owl, a little bit of everything. But that's how they would get us. And we'll be around town. The Magnum, we'll drive to Magnum, we're re-lettering it up. We just redid our logo, so we're around town. Stop us. I'm always glad to hand out my business card. I always, I try to go through those business cards. I've got several boxes.
And I think we're going to try to work a little relationship is something that we're going to try to work together as well, which will be a great help for us.
So you can get in touch with us if you want to get in touch with him. You
exactly.
can get in touch with him if you want to get in touch with us.
That's right. That's how it'll work. Huh?
That's how it'll work.
But now let me ask.
Let
me ask you this: if you didn't already answer this question, we've talked about so many different things. It's early, but how long have you been here in Cleveland?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
We moved here. My mother-in-law, they travel around the country and they work. But she was living down here probably about 9 years.
Okay.
And my wife got to a point where she's like, I want mommy, you know. So we moved here about 2.5 years ago. I'm actually, we go to church over here in Peerless. I'm a minister there. And so, that was kind of my first things that I looked for, did they have internet, high-speed internet, where are we moving to? And, that passed. And then I said, do they have a church that we can go to? So that passed. And then the third thing was my wife happy? Right.
You're in trouble again there, James. I mean, that's supposed to be the first thing, and then the church, and then the internet.
The man after my own heart right there.
He started with the internet, and then the church, and then the wife. I mean, what's your wife's name?
He's got his priorities
Stacy.
Stacy.
With an E.
Stacy. We can talk, Stacy.
She's watching now.
That's right.
We'll talk to Kim Stacy. Well, real quick, okay, you got your wife Stacy. Tell us, you have any children?
We have 2 boys, Simon James and David James. Simon's 13. We can't get him off the Xbox.
There you go.
And then David, David James, he's almost 2, and we was talking earlier was that he's on the point of where we think he has OCD in some points. He gets down there.
He's a very neat 2-year-old.
Oh, he is.
I mean, very neat.
He gets on us, and if something's not done properly, he gets on us.
Well, let me tell you the thing about with Simon. That's not going to change because ours are 31 and 24, and they're still on the Xbox.
Now I know Simon. I know now. Again, Stacy's watching me and laughing. She said, she's probably thinking, 3 o'clock in the morning, I come off the Xbox.
Right.
There you go.
So Simon and I, that's something. People when we're on there and we're playing the Xbox. People, I tell them, he's my son, and they're like, well, that's really good.
That's quality time.
That's quality time. I'm sure it is.
Now, there's times he gets aggravated when I get, knocked down. He won't come pick me up. How you're grounded? They laugh, But we love it here in Cleveland. This is probably the first winter since we've been here that we've actually had what they said a Tennessee winter.
Yeah.
Right.
Because last year we had snow, a lot more snow than normal, and so they was blaming on us northerns, coming south.
Coming down here.
They do.
But yeah, this past winter has been typically a Cleveland winter, and so just a lot of rain, a lot of damp. And a lot of cold, but not cold enough to have any fun. Yeah,
but we enjoyed it. I mean, we had put a garden out last year. It was kind of our first garden that we put out together, and we had cucumbers. We gave cucumbers away. We planted way too many cucumbers.
Yeah,
so this year we're being conservative. We're only doing 2 or 3 mounds instead of the 40 or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
I learned how to do pickles. I mean, I did pickles, deep fried pickles. With jarred pickles, the spicy cucumber. I mean, because I like to cook and we get recipes and do that. And so we did that, and so we had cucumbers everywhere.
Yeah,
we had squash. I mean, they told us the squash was bad, but I was proud because it was like that big. They said, "Well, those are no good when they get that big."
Well, the closer you plant your squash to Oak Ridge, Tennessee, which is where our nuclear plant is, the bigger they get.
Well, we must be close to it.
Yeah, I used to see the squash in Oak Ridge, the size of his room. So we appreciate you, of course, being with us here today, and we welcome you to our community.
Well, thank you.
And again, if there are some people watching that would like to get, like I said, some either website design done or video production done,
signs.
The websites again?
SimonJP.biz or SimonJProductions.com.
There you go.
And that's the way to get in touch with you, or the incubator.
Yes, 3505 Suite 108.
108. Okay. And go by and see James or Stacy Dunn, and they'll fix you up in a hurry, as you just heard. Quality work.
Overnight, you're going to get to an overnighter because of Joe. It's not my fault.
Quality work. They do quality
work. Second shift, here I go.
Right, here we go again. But we welcome you to our community. We appreciate you being with us this morning on Tennessee Valley this morning.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to be back. We got Ron Moore in the house. We got Dwight Richardson in the house, and a lot more of Tennessee Valley this morning after this commercial break. Please stay tuned. Have you ever thought about a career in television broadcast sales? Well, if so, WTMB might just be the place for you.
We're looking for a person that is self-motivated and energetic to join the WTMB family as a broadcast salesperson.
If that sounds like you, give us a call at area code 423-472-8892 or email us at joe@wtmbtv.net or kim@wtmbtv.net. We look forward to hearing from you, and let's get started today. Have annoying biting and stinging insects taken over your yard? Volunteer Rid-A-Pest can get it back. Make your yard a no-fly zone with Mosquito Guard. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest will eliminate these annoying pests, and you'll be able to work in your yard, have a pool party, a cookout, allow your children to play outside, or just sit outside and enjoy the evening. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest has developed an extremely effective treatment program that treats all shrubs, bushes, trees, and other foliage where mosquitoes and other biting, stinging insects live and breed. This material will not harm your plants or trees and leaves no harmful residue. This treatment program is safe for use around children and pets, but the best part is it's 100% guaranteed. If you are not 100% satisfied, Volunteer Rid-A-Pest will retreat for free until you are satisfied, or after 30 days, will cancel their agreement and refund 100% of your money. Give Volunteer Rid-A-Pest a call for a free no-obligation estimate. Phone 472-7736.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Get caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTMB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much, and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I could go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
It's a very simple process, and it's well worth it.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning. Joe and Kim Palo still are here.
Right, I have this bridal bouquet plus a fishing sign and a red slipper.
You look, all those things right there.
Marvelous, darling,
She's ready to move on.
That's right.
Let's introduce.
I'm saying no.
Let's introduce. Nobody's asking.
That's right. No, Dwight.
We're introducing our next guest, who happens to be Dwight Richardson of Fenimores for us. And Dwight, of course, is a good friend of ours, and we've known Dwight forever. Kim says she can't remember a time she didn't know Dwight. I can say, Dwight, that I do remember a time I didn't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you know, that's
I do kind of remember when Londa and Alan Jr. were, you know, we were young together, and Londa was much older. But in my real memories, they're in Missouri.
Yeah.
You know,
notice how she threw that in, and Londa was much older. It was much older.
Yeah.
You know,
The first time I remember you were about 4 or 5 years old.
See?
You weren't in school yet.
See, so I
first
can't
time.
remember a whole lot. See, so there you go.
And I wasn't even born yet. So.
Oh, God, I know. I mean, he could just lie.
Throw them flowers.
I know, throw them flowers. I'm saying no now. That's right.
But yeah, Dwight, of course, is going to talk to us about, as we know, we've got Mother's Day coming up. We've got
June weddings.
proms. We've got weddings. Lots where folks are going to be
I'm
singing.
sorry that I said bad things about you on TV. Here's a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Did you get that little note that I wrote you, Kim? Yeah, whichever one you want.
This was a surprise for you.
It was. So little something Dwight and I planned.
That's right.
All right,
Your choice of whichever.
Whichever one
you want,
floats your
except
boat.
for this one, right?
Yeah, not that one. That one got us in trouble the first time. The bear is nice. The little bear.
Dwight, tell us about Fenimore's and what you can do for
Okay,
us.
I appreciate it. Fenimore's is a full florist, a full service florist, and I'm located at 3850. You got me so tore up.
It's like, where am I?
3856 Candies Creek Lane. That is over behind the Walgreens at Paul Huff and Georgetown Road.
Okay.
And it's Market Center over there. I've got a little bit of everything here today because I really didn't know for sure what, mothers like everything. So
Yes.
it doesn't really make a difference what you get. Your mother's going to be tickled to death and happy. Just don't forget her, like our two boys usually forget her, their mother.
Oh, no,
So if
they
you guys
don't.
are listening,
That's
please
right,
be
Tyler.
sure and at least call her something. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, we have fresh flowers, and that's what this is right here. The pink roses. That is a
This is
custom.
beautiful.
That is a custom piece called Memories and Roses. That is strictly through Fenimore's. You won't find another piece like that anywhere. I created
What is
that,
this?
and that is a type of a carnation. It's called trick carnation, but
No
it's kind of a
kidding.
mossy looking stuff.
Yes, it is beautiful.
and it
It's
will
so
last
bright
for a
green.
long, long
It's
time.
just
It is
really
beautiful.
bright.
No kidding.
But that can be customized whatever color you'd like for your mother. We do silk flowers. Any kind of a silk arrangement you may want would be fine.
If you'd like to say I do.
I've got something that this year, first I've ever offered this. It's handmade greeting cards, Kim, and Fenimore's is
look
the only
at
people that
that.
have that. And I don't know how people make these, and you probably can't see these close up, but they're cut out of things and raised
Oh, that
different
is
things
beautiful.
and whatever.
That's
they're beautiful
special.
cards.
Very nice.
Yeah, you
These
won't.
are very special. This is when you,
You won't
need
go
a,
to, like this one,
No.
you won't go to a card store and find these.
Go ahead and turn that
No.
around. I think they can see that
Okay.
with Dwight right there. There you go.
And I have
We've got the
a
blue and
lady
pink
that
here.
hand makes these, and she does a great job.
No
Does.
kidding.
These
And they are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
They
And
are-
we can
they are
customize
done
this
really
however
nice.
you would like to have. I just need a little bit of a notice, but they're beautiful
What's
little
the
flowers.
minimum order of those?
You can buy one at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also
those
I
are
have
beautiful.
cans. No one I know of in Cleveland
can.
has these
Canned
You can have a can at
You can
Fenimore's.
put it says congratulations, and I've got mothers and grandmothers and all this stuff. It's just a little gift certificate or something you put in a can and seal it up. It's kind of different. Nobody
Oh,
has
well, there
anything
you
like
go.
that. Also,
And I can't get the cart back.
that was a little difficult. You can do it, Kim. You
We'll
work
go
on
there,
that
I
while we
know.
do it. Hanging baskets of any kind. We got ivy, whatever kind of hanging basket you might like to have. A variety of different floor plants. Blooming plants. I brought this beautiful purple
I know. Is that
hydrangea. And, that would be put in the yard. It would bloom year after year after year. It's a beautiful plant.
I know.
And,
I just love those. I think they are
yeah.
so pretty.
my mother used to call those hydrangeums. And that's what I grew up calling hydrangeums. And so one day my wife said, "What are you calling that?" I said, "Hydrangea." She said, "That is not a hydrangea."
Before we open up this flower shop, Dwight, you're going to get the name right.
It's a hydrangea.
Your wife has to help you out from time
That's
to time.
right.
But they really don't have any smell to
No,
them.
they
No, they
don't.
don't
They
smell.
don't
They
smell.
just look beautiful.
They do look
That's right.
beautiful.
And the butterflies love those.
I didn't think they were real.
Yeah, they are real. They're
They're
beautiful.
beautiful is right.
And they will bloom about June is when they really bloom, and you plant those outside. It'll come back every year. The
Really?
frost or cold
And they
doesn't
get
hurt it.
bigger
Yeah.
and
They
bigger.
get
They'll
monstrous
get
big.
huge. They do.
Yeah,
And then
they
we have
do.
the fish and stuff.
Also, we have. I'm the only studio
This
that
is
I know of
Father's
in
Day.
town that has gifts for a man.
And
And when
how
I
great.
opened that up, I thought you can't go to any floors to find anything for men. So I've got some
Very
things
true.
like this. I've got one whole section that has male gifts in it. That I thought that's kind of neat. And
It is. This
different.
is a fisherman, like the real,
Real thing.
The real thing.
R-E-E-L.
E-E-L.
Real thing.
And that's great. And Father's Day is coming
Father's
up
Day will
after
be
Mother's
here.
Day. Mother's Day is always first.
That's
and it's
exactly
the most
right.
important.
Oh,
Keep
yes,
that in
it is.
mind.
People do spend the most money on
Oh,
Mother's
of
Day.
course
they
they
do.
do.
Anyway, then if you want to get married, prom season and wedding season are upon us. That's just a little bouquet. This is a silk
Go to the
bouquet,
prom.
but they're made out of fresh things. But we can do any color combination you want. I've got quite a few weddings booked this year, and I can be happy to help you out with any kind of wedding or prom. Gift certificates are available at Fenimore's. If you don't see anything you like, send them a gift certificate. They can come in and just purchase whatever they want to. And also funeral tributes. I'm doing a lot of funeral work, and the thing about funeral work is it's all created differently. pretty much fresh flowers, plants, whatever. But any church that use Fenimores is free delivery to the funeral homes and hospitals, both, because I don't feel that's right to charge a delivery fee, even though gas is $4.50, $5 a gallon.
Right.
You know,
right, so donations will be.
That's why you are walking the arrangements to the church. That's right.
Arrangements.
On a bicycle.
You know, I did see some beautiful when your father-in-law passed away. You had some beautiful arrangements there, and you just do a really gorgeous job. And you know, you can always tell when you've done the work. I can always pick out Fenimores.
I keep hearing that.
And I don't have to look at the card. I always know that, you know. And I hate to say that because I don't like to go to a lot of funerals, but I do know when you've done the work.
Well, I appreciate that.
You do a beautiful job.
Yeah, I want it to look nice. I want it to look fresh. I want it to look different because people like different, and I'd be happy with any kind of that business. Also, I forgot this little darling truck here. That's another mail gift there you can get in the mail area of Fenimores.
Well, that's a cute little
thing. It is a cute little thing.
I know, it is.
You can put fresh flowers on the back of that, or just like it is, however you want to do.
And here's a shoe. Don't forget.
Oh, I forgot this darling shoe.
I know, look at that darling shoe. That's as cute as that could be.
I've only got 3 of these shoes.
And none of them are the same size.
And they're all different sizes. The thing about the shoe, you can buy just the shoe for Mother's Day, or you can let me put some fresh flowers in here and give to your mother. I guarantee you she won't have anything else like this.
No, she won't.
And it's a very unique gift. It's a beautiful shoe anyway. You know, women love shoes.
Yes, we do.
Is that right, Kim?
Yes, we're serious about shoes. We're very serious about shoes.
And this is the pointed toe and everything. I mean, this is the stylish shoe right here.
I mean, this might, you know, be a little blister, make a little blister on your. But I'm thinking, you know how we are women about shoes.
Right.
We don't care what they feel like.
That's right.
They look good.
But
we'll walk a mile in blisters.
This does look good with a little small flower arrangement in here. Very unique, and it'll last for quite a while.
That is neat.
You can do a silk piece in there and keep it forever. Or you can buy just a shoe like that, however
right, and I mean, you really could, you know, I thought if I had that in my bedroom, I would hang my earrings off of it. It would be a little,
you could do that,
the little ones that you have that you could put that on the back when you just come instead of laying it somewhere to where you can't
we could fix that on the mirror somehow where you could do all that.
That's right. We could just hang stuff. We can just get real creative
That's
while we're
exactly
here.
right. Exactly right.
Joe's over there going.
I'm just nervous the way you're holding that bouquet in your hand.
She is
like
stuck on this bouquet, I'm telling you.
I know.
Thinking somebody slap some sense into her, please.
It's just been so long since I've done the whole, you know.
Since she's had flowers.
She's got a tear in her eye just thinking about it.
But honest to goodness now, Dwight, and you've known her for a long time, but when we started dating, I would get Kim flowers all the time.
Every week.
I thought they were nice.
Really?
I thought
a dozen?
A dozen roses.
A dozen roses.
Every
now,
week.
any woman would love to get a dozen roses.
Yes, they would.
But he thought I was supposed to keep them.
What she would, no. What happened after a while, she was like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, what's up with that? Finally, she says, Joe, no more flowers. Don't get me anymore. I'm like, why? I didn't know a woman ever had too many flowers.
Well, it was I mean, you know, come on, let's, you know, throw a chocolate in there everywhere. Because I mean, I was just
flowers. I thought beautiful
flowers.
I couldn't
just keep one. His feelings got hurt. We're not going to
Joe,
we need a marriage counselor.
Yeah, we do. Well, Dwight's that too.
The good thing about that, though, that's a great idea for somebody to do if they want to just do a single rosebud or something without the dozen. Dozen right now can get fairly expensive.
Oh yes.
But variety it up. Do a rose one day, daisies the next week, or month. Do it different. I did my wife that way for the first year we were married. Every month on our anniversary of the 7th I would always bring flowers in, something like that.
You tell him, I give you flowers every week. I give it to you every week.
Oh, you didn't even have to call
every
them
4
anymore.
weeks.
They just do.
I would go in there and they'd say, a dozen roses, please, red. You know, red roses. And
you know, I believe Fenimores could solve this problem if you would call us.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, let me tell you what happened.
Fenimores can solve this. You can do more than
that's exactly right. We need more than just flowers.
I got insulted to the point where I said, you know what? It'll be a cold day before I ever give you another dozen roses. So from that day to this, she doesn't
I can't understand that, really.
I do give her flowers, though.
Well, that's
I was
sweet.
15.
In fact, sweet. Kim,
I should have been.
Hey, these are for you. That's right. These are for you. Go ahead.
It's your surprise.
It's a surprise. Part of the surprise.
I'm surprised again.
But
and
now
you have your bear.
But if somebody, talk about the bear. But if somebody,
I do have a little children's area. Someone had told me about this. It never crossed my mind when I opened up a florist. Children go to the hospital, they get sick, they have birthdays. It never crossed my mind. Anyway, this is a Mr. SpongeBob. I guess it's Mr. SpongeBob. We can create anything for children that you might like to have that make you different. Stuffed toys. They love any kind of balloons, and that's enough for a kid.
Absolutely.
You can spend whatever you want to spend, but just something simple for a child. Balloons. A little bit of candy or stuffed animal, that's all they care about.
That's all they care about.
And it's a cute idea.
If somebody watching wants to get something for mom or their significant other or their child, phone number, again, the address, phone number.
Now, on baskets and geraniums, I need a little bit of notice here because the delivery guy that I get these from comes on Wednesday, so he'll be coming Wednesday prior to Mother's Day. So I may run out of those. But anyway, call me at 473-2073 here in Cleveland, or you can go on Fenimores.com and order something off of that. I'll also get the internet that way.
Well, my suggestion is to you, let him make you a fresh flower arrangement. He does such a beautiful job, and it's such unique. This is beautiful right here. This is just so bright.
It's very different.
And he does have a unique style that you will be proud. So, Joe, take notes, and my mother will be here for Mother's Day, so you have Mother's Day.
Oh, that is going to be so special. Look at him. He's getting excited already.
Mother's Day, not Mother-in-Law's Day.
But it will be, and you'll have us both to contend with.
Yeah, I know. Take the bear home, Kim, first. But what I think is wonderful is that, as you said, you've got area for women, which women, of course, love flowers, but men and children too. Most, as you said, most florists do not have anything for men or children, and it is that they go into the hospital, they have needs, they have not just to mention.
Don't care.
No, not just to mention. There's a lot of men that would like a nice little something remembrance thing. That they could have and put on their wall or put in their office. It doesn't necessarily have to be a flower.
It doesn't have to be a flower. I've got any kind of fishing stuff. I have beach stuff. I've got old world stuff. I've got golf stuff. Whatever I've pretty much got a little bit of all that kind of stuff.
That's great.
Way to go there, Joe. Not turn your phone off. So
that's not my phone.
Is that somebody calling Fenimores right now?
Somebody calling Fenimores right this minute. I had it worked out and planned. But in any case, so we do, like we said, we've got Mother's Day coming up. We've got Father's Day coming up in June. We've got weddings. We've got
Assembly in July.
Prom.
The Assembly in July.
The Assembly in July.
We'll get your
Lots of flowers for the Assembly.
We got him flustered now. Look at it.
Well, I was just thinking. So that means all 10 people can get a flower. No, I can't.
I'm telling your mother-in-law.
Everybody tells her what I say. I say everything so, and I love my mother-in-law. Don't get me wrong, folks. I love my mother-in-law. I do. Why is that so funny? It's my mother-in-law. I got to go to commercial before I say any more. But anyway, thank you, Dwight, for being with us.
For the opportunity. I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's a lot of fun. You need to go in Fenimores, though.
Yes.
Give us the phone number again.
473-2073.
2073. 473-2073, Fenimores. Okay.
Thank you.
We will be back with more. We've got Ron Moore on the way. Speaking of more, Tennessee Valley this morning, right after this commercial break. Stay tuned. Have annoying biting and stinging insects taken over your yard? Volunteer Rid-A-Pest can get it back. Make your yard a no-fly zone with Mosquito Guard. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest will eliminate these annoying pests, and you'll be able to work in your yard, have a pool party, a cookout, allow your children to play outside, or just sit outside and enjoy the evening. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest has developed an extremely effective treatment program that treats all shrubs, bushes, trees, and other foliage where mosquitoes and other biting, stinging insects live and breed. This material will not harm your plants or trees and leaves no harmful residue. This treatment program is safe for use around children and pets, but the best part is it's 100% guaranteed. If you are not 100% satisfied, Volunteer Rid-A-Pest will retreat for free until you are satisfied, or after 30 days, will cancel their agreement and refund 100% of your money. Give Volunteer Rid-A-Pest a call for a free no-obligation estimate. Phone 472-7736.
Discover great local programming right here on WTMB East Tennessee Television. Tune in weekday mornings at 6:30 a.m. for Tennessee Valley This Morning to find out what's going on in your local area. Watch East Tennessee Shopper with Joe and Kim Palo live every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Get caught up in all the latest sports action. Watch In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson, Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. with replays at midnight. All this and more on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Ford, board certified in anti-aging medicine and pain management. Have you had recent decrease in energy, lack of sex drive, feel moody, grumpy, or sad? If so, you may have low testosterone and be a candidate for bioidentical hormone replacement. Listen to what two of my patients have to say.
Before I came to the Ford Clinic, I had to have a nap every day.
When I got off work, I'd lay around, really didn't want to do much and felt real lazy.
I've noticed since I had the testosterone implant that I can go a good 8 hours doing the things I enjoy doing.
I had it done, it took about 25-30 minutes, 5 months, and I'm doing good. My stomach, my muscles, they've completely changed. My fat level has dropped. Get to go out and run, exercise with my son. My muscles are just getting stronger.
If you'd like to change your life, please call me at Ford Center for Pain Management and Anti-Aging Medicine at 423-400-9115.
Very simple process, and it's well worth it.
Have you ever thought about a career in television broadcast sales? Well, if so, WTMB might just be the place for you.
We're looking for a person that is self-motivated and energetic to join the WTMB family as a broadcast salesperson.
If that sounds like you, give us a call at area code 423-472-8892 or email us at joe@wtmbtv.net or kim@wtmbtv.net. We look forward to hearing from you, and let's get started today.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
Welcome back to Tennessee Valley This Morning on this middle of the week Wednesday. Joe and Kim Palo still here. But now we are joined.
The wedding bouquet has gone.
Yeah, the wedding bouquet is gone, and now the, what are these again? Tulips?
These are tulips.
Tulips are brought back.
Thank
Look at how real they are.
You know, Joe, every time that I come in, I don't wear a jacket. You have a jacket on, so I wore my jacket, and now you got your jeans on.
Yeah, and I'm in short sleeves like a idiot.
Yeah, that's not
It's cool out there this morning, too.
It is. It's very cool.
Yes.
But hopefully it's going to warm back up. I've got anticipation. I'm anticipating the warm weather coming back soon. We'll hope. We are now joined by Ron Moore, our Bradley County resident historian that comes in each and every Wednesday and imparts some wisdom and history onto us. Today is no exception.
Not much wisdom.
Oh, there's lots of wisdom there.
Well, I'm going to go back to World War I in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Okay.
The first one, yeah, that's right.
The big one.
The big
No,
one.
the big
No,
one's the
WW2
second
is the big
one.
one.
Right,
Yeah,
the big
well, that
one's
was the
the
big
second
first one.
The big first one, right.
The first big one.
The first big one.
Well, the war broke out in August of 1914, which was just seemed like millions of miles away from Cleveland, Tennessee, and the U.S. wasn't involved in the war, so there was very little involvement in this community and things. So in 1916, the presidential race got very, very hot in the country, and it was about whether we'd go to war or not. Shortly after Woodrow Wilson was elected, the Congress declared war April 6, 1917. Still, 1,000 miles away and not a lot of involvement of people here in Bradley County until they said that Europe was devastated and they couldn't grow food. They were the farms had been destroyed. It's hard to plant when some people are shooting at you and blowing up the ground. And so the people were starving there. So America come along and said, we need to grow food. We hadn't actually entered into the war as big as that, but we were starting to go over there. And so Cleveland stepped up as usual. Mayor Columbus A. Mee encouraged local citizens to grow more food. And that's exactly what we did. Now, you know, in 1914, 15, 16, 17, gardens were still very popular because there wasn't Walmarts. You know, to get to town was still a long trip. You know, if you wanted to get to town by 12, you need to leave about 7 in the morning. because a lot of it was still horse and buggy even, and cars were very few, although there were some here, the dirt roads.
But the roads weren't the best in the world.
And so you still grew a lot of food. You know, you had a milk cow, and you raised hogs to that, but so they would need to grow extra food. Sort of like in WW2 when we had victory gardens. In other words, we had to grow more gardens to ship to our thing, or we'd eat the food and ship some out. Either way, stop buying food and things of that nature. So, of course, the city government involved. That always complicates a little things here. The way it used to be. I'm not sure that's true today.
No, it's not anymore, Ron.
But they had to form a committee. Matter of fact, they formed 7 or 8 different committees to grow tomatoes and potatoes, corn, stuff like that. And I just wanted to read one of them here because it's always the who's who of Cleveland usually is in these names. They started the Vacant Land Committee. And we just tried to find vacant land that we could grow on, and people would volunteer to go in and grow. And of course, heading up the committee was Mrs. C.L. Hardwick, popular name, Mrs. O.A. Noe, John Taylors, T.L. Rogers, J.H. McDowell, the Reimer family, John Reimer, M.K. Harris, Prior Samples, Will Stewart, Elmo Bartlett, and Reverend Bruce Peck. Just one of the many committees out there. And, you know, these were some of the who's who's of Cleveland. And they were on each of these committees. They were committees what we're going to grow and getting volunteers to grow. So 1917 turned out to be the coldest winter. You were speaking earlier there that we didn't have a very cold winter. But this was the coldest winter in history at that time. I'm sure we've got worse since then. So a little later start. But we had 351 additional gardens growed here in Bradley County. Grew in Bradley County, I should say. Grew here, and they over 44 acres of land was planted to help win the war. So these were additional gardens. These were additional gardens. So 44 acres is a lot of land when you don't have a tiller. This is all hand tilled or plowed by a mule or things, and no such thing as a tractor as such at that time. And so what we grew here was pole beans, bush beans, corn, tomato, cabbage, Irish potatoes, not just taters,
Irish potatoes. That's what
onions and lettuce as was our main crops. So that's how we got involved. And then and the 4th of July came along about that year, and we threw a big parade, big happenings here. And, we were getting very patriotic. We were getting behind the war effort. And at that time, we also developed the very first American Red Cross chapter here in Bradley County.
Okay.
Right along with World War I. And then April 1st of the next year, something happened that we still live with today. Not just here in Cleveland, but all over the country. April 1st, 1918, we introduced the first daylight saving time.
Okay.
So we had to go to a lot of effort in Bradley County and all across the country to educate workers now that you came in earlier or you went in later to go to work.
Right.
Because people were missing work when they changed this time zone over because there wasn't a radio, there wasn't that spring forward, fall back rhymes yet.
Right.
No one had iPhones. So the communications was tougher, particularly if you were a rural farmer. You had to get up early in the morning and milk anyway, then come into work. Now the cows didn't know that the time had changed.
Right.
So there was a lot of education, a lot of problems when it first happened, and I'd say there's a lot of people who say what we say today. Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this?
So, but it saves daylight saving time. So. Remember that date, April 1st, 1918.
1918 was the first daylight savings.
That is very unique because...
now, was so they could work in the fields longer. That was what it was.
Well, work in the factories. But yeah, basically it's to save more sun.
Right.
The ideal is, you use the sun more during your waking hours. Here, at 5 o'clock, but now it seemed to me the farmers would work it from 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and then go work to 7, 8 o'clock every night. So whether it's daylight or dark, the cow still had to be milked twice a day. So it didn't really matter to these farmers. I don't know how much it mattered to the factories because we had electrical lights that time in the city of Cleveland. So, but that was the very first.
We followed the course of everyone.
Well, it was that. So, of course, and then we had our first draftees in September of 1917 that left Bradley County.
We got about 45 seconds. Go.
Camp Gordon. The second group was 16 black men in World War I. They went to Camp Meade, Maryland, where all the officers and all the people on the base were black except the general. And the first soldier to die, get wounded, was Warren Brownie Henderson. He was one of the blacks. First man to die was Calvin C. Reimer, who lived at Rural Road 7.
There you go. Well, we have to say goodbye.